We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, you are.
All right, OB Patriots out there kicking ass and taking names. Welcome to the party, folks. ThePatriotPartyNews.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot. Coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. The Wolf Den. Greetings and salutations. Hey, let us know where you are watching us from. We would love to hear from you. Represent your state, your territory, your providence. Let us know. Man, because everyone is watching us all around the freaking world outside of maybe Rumble. There's been some issues over there. I believe it is fixed now. I see people getting on there. Yeah, every turn. We're used to the censorship. Let me go ahead and stress that. Man, action-packed weekend, wasn't it? Things are starting to take place. And I'm happy to report that post was meant, yeah, we're all eating popcorn watching this thing unfold. Can I get an amen? Indiana's in the house. Alabama! What about Texas? North Carolina? Good to have you. Yep. Idaho, yeah, I see you. Ozarks, Missouri, I see you on Instagram. That's awesome. Florida, California's in the house. Texas is in the house. Good to have you. Oklahoma's in the house. Michigan, Connecticut. West Virginia just checked in. Louisiana said, hello, don't forget about me. Awesomeness. Well, listen, this is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel, news, and bread. That's right, it's the Patriot Party News. Folks, we're more than just a website. We are a full-functioning badassery. Patriot Broadcasting Network, broadcasting around the world, 24/7. Look, Mom, no hands. That's right. They try to shut us down. We're still here. We're still here. And thanks to you Patriots that have supported us through thick and thin. By the way, there's several ways to be able to watch us, from X to Twitch to Kick to Rumble to Patriot to Patriot.com, the PatriotPartyNews.com. And other, from Roku to you know who, okay? That's several different ways. Obviously, you can be able to watch us. And once they start censoring us to you guys, then you can go to some of our own platforms that we control it. That's algorithm free. It's pretty freaking cool. Of course, obviously, you can donate to the cause. You can support us through our partners, which are all Patriot owned. We got a lot to cover today, but any help would be much appreciated there. And of course, obviously, you want to know what's really going down? What's being talked about behind the scenes, censorship free? That's total badassery. Ain't that wrong? Go to join.patriotshoot.com. That's where real patriots are going. We're discussing. We're starting to figure out things, obviously, 2 to 3 days before they happen. You think this is something that we do every day is something? Now, it's a caveat to what behind this door. What awaits you. If you're brand new and you've never watched our show before, you need to buckle up. If you really want to know what's going on, go to join.patriotshoot. Again, that's where the conversations are happening, especially in your backyard. Speaking of your backyard, by the way, the tick invasion is here to stay. You want to learn how to protect yourself and your family, not to mention we've added a little kick to this, a fuel additive for those that are wanting to extend potentially their fuel life in their vehicles. Text your first and last name to 877-776-6391, and we'll get you the information, and you might be surprised about all this. Again, we're helping a lot of folks right as we speak. The phone calls I'm getting, the pictures I'm receiving is incredible. And I mean, it's not just us talking about it. I got Mr. Tick right here. Whenever I can find somebody to be able to analyze this, it's not glowing green in the dark yet, but once that starts happening, I think I'll let Jennifer know then on that. So anyway, you might want to go check that out. Also, folks, don't forget, if we're anticipating potentially all internet going out. We don't want it to come down to this, but you might want to go to skycomptt.com, click shop now, and then click on PPM. Be a part of Off-Grid Patriot Network that we have created. And not only us, also from an international group standpoint, Charlie Ward is involved now, and we're putting everybody together. If you're wanting to form a network, we can help you do that too. All you got to do is call them, or you can go ahead and get set up. We have 5 off-grid groups. One is not for the public, it's for admin. The 4 are for the world. And we're going to be communicating with patriots from around the world in these different spots where the action is. So we're also able to update everyone outside of the internet. And that's what it was designed for. Get yours today. There is financing options available. From what I'm hearing, just call the number and they can help you out with that. So cool. All right. I see the man, the myth, the legend is in the green room here. Let me go ahead and bring in Punisher Dallas, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, brother?
What's happening?
Well, it seemed like we had links going back and forth, and everybody's communicating. Okay, is this real? Is this a false flag? I think it's just all false flags. What do you think?
Are you talking about the guy shooting up the White House?
Yeah.
On the day that absolutely nobody was supposed to be there?
Yeah. And then you've got them playing the press, using Mockingbird media.
Yeah.
And they're going and doing that, or they're like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the first clip I saw was the woman doing a report in front of the White House, again, on a day where nobody's supposed to be there, right?
What is that? What is that? What is that?
Pop. I mean, never heard a gunshot in her life. I mean, I just total garbage from the get-go. I am shocked.
Your gunshots.
What?
You're right, though. You're right. I mean, come on. But sensationalism at its finest. It was beautiful entertainment. I have to admit to you. I mean, just stellar entertainment. But I've unfortunately yesterday I found out I had a family member that passed away, and I outside of I'm on a Thursday, and for the remainder from that week I'm going to be dealing with some family stuff. But I'll tell you, she lived to be right about 100 years old. long life. Actually, something not good I can report that wasn't COVID related or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure at some point down the line it could be maybe something related if you really want to dig.
Yeah.
But not ticking almost 100 years old. You know what I mean? So a little crazy. I mean, a lot of death is happening outside of that as well. What happened to what was it, Jordan Clark?
Yeah, I was gonna say we lost Jordan Clark over the weekend. He was a Patriot, man. He was a good dude. I got to meet him a couple times and do a couple of interviews with him, and he was a good dude, man. I'm very, very sorry for his family, but he was a believer. He's a brother in Christ. So I know he's in heaven. So, no longer suffering from the pain that he was in.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it seems like the good ones are the ones that we lose first. Well, what would you think if the Rio Grande is completely dry? This is from a data center they're claiming with Meta, if I'm not mistaken. Here, they'll tell it. Check this out.
Came to the river and there's absolutely no water.
Okay, now they're claiming that's of the Rio Grande. Have you heard about this or anything at all? I got another story. See if I can find it.
No, other than I'm hearing reports of other rivers and lakes dropping dramatically in volume.
Here's another story on it. Let's see here. See if I can get this. This is Shane.
Grande in New Mexico is completely dry, and apparently Meta's data center in Los Lunas in central New Mexico is using 75 million gallons of water per year from the Rio Grande River, but the river's dry. So how are they doing that? This is the thing, guys. You got a picture. Weather modification, for one, is why we're experiencing droughts or floods. I know you may be thinking that's kind of like that covers everything. Like no matter if it's dry or rainy out, you're saying that they're doing it. Look up, dude. Every single day they're spraying. You don't think the modification of weather is happening consistently? Many people do think that. But if they could make it rain, then how come California's experiencing a drought? Because you're naively thinking they would use these technologies for the betterment of humanity, which they wouldn't. And why don't we tap into the primary water cycle? Then we don't need to rely on surface water. The primary water cycle, the thing Gaddafi tapped into in Libya, which they bombed with depleted uranium freaking missiles. Yeah, dude, we got to figure out primary water cycle and the different deceptions that are being employed on us right now.
Yeah. Some people say Rio Grande is wet in Texas. It's not completely empty. Well, that's good. Not completely.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think it's down. I haven't been down there in a long time. But it's kind of like the Red River on the north end and the Rio Grande's the south end. But the Red River, every now and then I think it's almost dry. But then again, it'll hit the banks too. So, but the weather manipulation, they bombed all those satellites around Iran, and you know what it started doing on Iran for the first time in 10 years? Raining. Like Florida, I don't know what they're doing in Florida, but the fires in Florida, like I've had family. I think you have some family in Florida too, or you did.
Yeah, I do.
But like in Florida, like what does it do every day in Florida? Almost every day at about 3:00, what does it do? It rains, right? Every single day. Every time I've ever been there, every time we've been to Disney, every time I've ever been in Florida, sometime during the day, it rains. The humidity swells up. It rains for about 15 minutes. And then boop, the clouds go away. The sun comes out and it's perfect, right? It stopped raining in Florida for the most part. In like the southern tip of it.
Right.
That is weather manipulation. They have been modifying the weather in Florida forever.
That's probably why it's so beautiful down there with the rain and everything else. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Utah just approved a big one, a data center, that is. Yeah. Man, I'm hearing the crazy stories. Now I'm hearing crazy stories now over by Hoover Dam in regards to the water over there that is dropping dramatically again. Telltale sign from what I'm understanding from data centers. and everything. And man, they're putting them up left and right. But before we even get into detail about that, because we could probably spend 8 hours on that, we got to talk about what's going down with Thomas Massie right now with the names he's about to drop. I guess this was, he already knew that they were going to do this, obviously. Okay. They obviously have a plan of action, and this sounds like this is what it is. And it also is part of the plan.
I think it's a very asymmetric relationship. I noticed that Israel has a lot of lobbyists here in Washington, D.C. If they're our best ally, why do they need so many lobbyists? Like, I've never met a lobbyist here from Great Britain. I've never met a lobbyist here from Canada. I've never met a lobbyist here from Australia. Why would one of your closest and strongest allies need to lobby every member of Congress and get involved in our congressional and Senate races if the relationship with them was bilateral and good for both? I think we get more harm than good from our involvement in the Middle East, and that policy is driven more by Israel than any other. I think Israel is.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it, right?
I hope he does. I hope he gets on the Senate floor and reads the whole damn thing.
Speak of the devil. You're ask and you shall receive, brother. Check this out. Right, here we go. I wish it was that easy. Check this out. This is what I meant to really show, but that's more of the same.
More names in the coming weeks and months?
Yes. Todd Blanche is violating the law. There's still millions of files they haven't released. We know from talking to the victims' lawyers that their own 302 forms haven't been released. We know that files have been over-redacted. I have released at least 3 names of billionaires who are implicated in this. I don't think it's possible to get to convictions with Todd Blanche at the top and with the FBI director, Kash Patel, at the top, because they've effectively both perjured themselves by saying that there's nobody else in the files. Even Melania doesn't believe that. The First Lady knows that Jeffrey Epstein didn't act alone. And here's the great thing, Kristen. Whether I'm in Congress or not, the Epstein Files Transparency Act is a law, and it goes on for years. So if we can't get this Attorney General and this FBI director to do the right thing, the next ones who take those seats are obligated by law to release the files that these individuals are not releasing now.
Congress, can we expect you to name more names?
Oh, yeah. They said there's 3 other ones that have not been mentioned. 3 of them now that have not been mentioned at all that are going to be shocking all 3. Now, I'm sure we've probably mentioned some of these names before. Do I know what the 3 are? I do not. Do you by chance, Dallas?
I don't know what 3 he's referring to, but.
Right. I don't either. So. But
just like think about the statement he made at the end. If it's not this Attorney General and this FBI director, the next one doesn't come for 3 years. Like we're gonna have to wait 3 years. You know what I mean? Like theoretically, we're gonna have to wait 3 years to get the answers to this crap. When this is the transparent presidency and the law and order. You know what I mean? Like it really frustrates me that's the rhetoric that we are now forced to endure, because he's exactly correct. It is a law. They are breaking the law. Kash has perjured himself because he's gone before Congress under oath and said there are no co-conspirators. Bull spit. We all know that Jeffrey Epstein didn't traffic hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of little children and little girls just for himself. And it's sickening. I don't know how they live with themselves, to be honest with you, Chaz. I don't know how you look at that. It's like those cops in New York that saw Anthony Weiner's laptop, and like 6 of the 8 committed suicide because of what they saw. Like Kash Patel, I don't know how he lives with himself. And like I believed in him at one point, but I don't now. But well,
we're seeing the seesawing happen again, where we feel like, okay, we've had Israel in agreement with what's happening, and all of a sudden Israel breaks out and says, no, Not true. And then everyone says, well, not Israel, Iran. And Iran, they say, says, no, not true. And then everyone says, you can't trust Iran. They're a bunch of liars. I think all the above is agree. I mean, for heaven's sakes. They're saying, they're censoring the hell out of us right now on Rumble. It's because of our views. By the way, if you didn't know, last Friday, midday show, almost 500,000 views on Rumble alone. Just to figure out that. They are doing everything they can to shut us down. It's crazy, but it is what it is. I'm not going to necessarily read through this whole thing, but you get the idea. He is wanting everybody to sign into the Abraham Accords. I do know that. Yeah, all the different countries and so forth. He's listed above and below.
Which we basically had, until they stole the election in 2020 and put the fake Biden in there. Oh, they stole the 2020 election the exact same way they stole the Massey midterm for the congressional House seat. I mean, you have 100% increase in voters. You have 52,000 plus votes above and beyond even what they voted for president. Right? I mean, the most votes ever cast in Kentucky, and Massey only gets 8% of 52 of 100, like a doubling of the vote. They went from 52,000 to 104,000 total votes, and Massey only got 8% of the doubling of the votes. Like, that mathematically doesn't make sense. If 10,000, people are like, why you keep harping on this? Because it's the same. I mean, it's the same trick, just done right in front of us, and nobody's going to be held accountable. And they're just going to go on and like, oh, that's how our elections work. Like, when does it get fixed, Chaz?
Question is, are we really believing they're going to fix it?
At this point, Chaz, I don't believe so, because come the next presidential election, we're still going to have mail-in ballots. We're still going to have these stupid machines because now Trump is buddying up with the owners of the machines. Like,
well, they're saying the crypto, it's going to be running crypto through it all, is what I'm hearing.
Good. And then they'll be able to steal all of our crypto.
Well, that's what they're going to do. It's going to be put into where credit scores, the rest, mark of the beast.
Yeah, digital IDs. Yeah.
Where if you speak out, they cut off your credit, they cut off your bank accounts instantly, and you're at their mercy. Period. That's what's happening.
Yep.
Just to let everyone know that. No secret here, right? Here's another one coming at us. Utah approved the data center. That's the one we're talking about. Here's a cool little video. Check this out. This is
it's going to drain that lake, Chaz.
Yeah. Let's see if that's it. There you go. Okay.
So, Utah has approved a data center so massive, it's going to be more than twice the size of Manhattan. It's being built in the empty desert of northwestern Utah, near Snowville, close to the Idaho border. The project is called the Stratus Data Center, and it's being pushed by Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. But this isn't just one building. The full project could cover over 40,000 acres, an area bigger than Manhattan. That's around 62 square miles. For comparison, Manhattan is only about 22 square miles, meaning this AI complex could eventually take up nearly 3 times the space of Manhattan. And the power demand is even crazier. The site could eventually need up to 3 gigawatts of electricity, roughly the output of multiple nuclear reactors. Environmental groups warn it could raise Utah's planet heating pollution by nearly 50%. Estimates suggest the project's power systems could consume up to 16.6 billion gallons of water per year. That's enough water to fill around 25,000 Olympic swimming pools, all in one of the driest states.
Mm-hmm.
Who thinks these are good ideas? Like, that's the part that I'm just baffled by is you're building these giant data centers for what, really? And that take enormous amounts of water in
To enslave us, baby. To enslave us.
well, yeah. I just don't. I don't. Anybody that thinks these are good ideas, I just don't get it. I don't understand where your thought is, and you know what really is frustrating is that, from my perspective, you're getting whole communities. I mean, universally agreed upon, crossing party lines. There's no Democrat, there's no Republican. It's the community versus big tech, and big tech is just coming in. Have you been reading the articles about the eminent domain crap, where they're just coming in and taking
a lot of that's happening in Georgia right now? Yeah, absolutely. There's a family in Georgia that just got bullseyed with it, and they've been really
like for a data center. Like, how does that make like? It doesn't even make sense, and it just the government. We are no longer by evidence a republic. We're no longer governed, by the people for the people. It is the government versus us, and the government could give two flips. They're just doing whatever the hell they want to, and they're taking our water, they're taking our electricity. They're gonna put us in the Stone Age, Chaz, and I don't like the people that are like, oh, it's just a data center. No, it's not, just because it's not one. I mean, they're building 13,000 of these damn things all over the United States, and they're already like 20,000 that exist. Like,
well, I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to try to distract it. I think this is going to be one of the big distractions right here. The mask, exactly what you're saying. Check this out. What's this? If I can get there it is.
Remember, I'm fucking telling you, Thomas Massey's going to run for fucking president, and he's going to get a massive movement behind it, a movement that they can't stop, and they're going to kill him. It's going to make it 10 times worse for them. And then when they kill him, it's going to be 1,000 times worse for them. These people are fucked, and they don't even know it, because you're not going to stop the public feeling of the things that we all believe, which is we want our fucking taxes to be reasonable. We don't want our taxes to go towards foreign wars. We're supporting over 190 different countries with our tax dollars. We don't want criminals in our system, doing things like introducing a fucking pandemic in order to transfer wealth to all your buddies and then make everybody sick. Like, all of this shit is over because everybody understands what the fuck is going on. And there's nothing that they can do to stop that. So whether it's Massey or whoever is coming up the pipe, this is going to start a movement that is America first, that will be unstoppable. They just don't get it yet. And that will happen. That will happen. They will not be able to stop it. It's going to create this huge fucking movement, and it's probably going to be based around not taking any money from anybody, so that it's a true populist movement, which is really what everybody should be looking for. Like, when you go to vote in 2028, you should be voting for the person who didn't take money from anyone, That's who you're going to be trying to vote for. And this guy will lead that charge. They will assassinate him, most likely. And then that will just make it worse and worse and worse. And like, dude, this is the beginning of a true revolution. That's my take. Mark.
Yeah.
Well, and I agree with what he's saying, and that you're already seeing it. You're seeing people on the left. And it's funny because I'm like, oh, I agree with everything you said, except for the part where you made fun of like those of us that are patriots, right? But like, people on the left are like, look at the voter fraud that just took place in Kentucky. And so now you have people on the far left that are like, whoa, there's something wrong with that. And now they're starting to connect the dots. Hey, This is really similar to what happened in 2020 and what happened in 2016. You know what I mean? Like, it is breaking down the walls. And there are going to be those that are like, oh, this was all a part of the plan. I don't think so, Chaz. I don't think, because they never wanted us all to be on the same page, but they have made it so egregious and so blatant with zero accountability. For instance, one of the owners of the school in the fraud in Minnesota just got sentenced to 47 years in prison, but she isn't the mastermind. She was just the poor sap that was given the job to run the school that was a fraud. Like, she didn't organize this. She didn't put in the paperwork. She didn't file the stuff at the highest levels of the government and the state. So why, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's bullshit that she's going to jail for 47 years when she isn't the one that orchestrated it. Go after the one that orchestrated it. Like, hold people accountable, hold the right people accountable. Now, yes, should she go to jail? No, I don't think she should go to jail. I think she should just be deported back to wherever she was from, because she's probably not here legally, would be my guess. But don't send her to jail, because if you send her to jail, then we got to pay for it with our tax dollars. Like, I don't want to pay for her to be in jail for 47 years. I want her to be deported back to her country, Somalia, and then I want you to go after the douchebag that actually filed the paperwork and that oversaw or voided the checks and the balances and wrote the checks. That's who I want arrested. But
I'm looking in the chats, Dallas, and I'm seeing where some folks are saying that random people are walking behind Trump right now. I know Happy Memorial Day to those that have given their life for our country. And just want to say that right now. By the way, U.S. gas prices hit $4.30 average. Map shows all kinds of different states per the prices here. You got that's kind of cool.
yeah, it's definitely over $4 in Texas.
Dang. Average. Yeah. Man, that's wild. Look at man, the South is hanging decent, but man, look at the red. Yeah.
No, it's California. I can't see it because it's too small. Is that, I mean, California, I'm guessing, is like $6-7 a gallon.
Is that better? Roughly, yeah. It's saying different areas though, but it gets crazy with the prices. Yeah, we're in a lighter blue, but here is, you can go. I'll have it in Patriot Shoe where everybody can look on it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Supposedly we got some Russian warships. We have Navy ready to sink some Russian warships with this new missile that we have capabilities, I guess. That'd be interesting there. But we are. So Andrew, Prince Andrew bombshell happening. This is what I was saying on today's show. I had this morning show I had with Coffee with Chaz. You can go to Patriot Shoot and watch me usually at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Inish. And I'm always having to run late to do things. But yeah, they're already hitting me again with me about to talk about this. I'm going to play the video. Hopefully you guys can see it and hear it.
Police are investigating an allegation that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor behaved inappropriately towards a woman at Royal Ascot. Officers are probing the alleged incident from 2002 as part of a broader investigation into misconduct in public office. It is claimed to have happened when the late Queen Elizabeth attended the racing festival in Berkshire with other senior royals. While the matter is being investigated by Thames Valley Police, it's unclear whether the claim of inappropriate behaviour was reported to police at the time or more recently. Police are investigating an allegation.
There you go. Hopefully y'all got to hear it and see it.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can almost guarantee you that it was reported when it happened. And they just didn't do jack squat about it because the Queen was there.
Have you watched or looked at the stock market? I'm just clicking on it real quick. Just curious because that's my mind takes me.
Well, the stock market's closed today. So it's whatever's left over from Friday.
That's what that is. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Breaking news. Thomas Massie has filed to run for Congress again in 2028 in the same Kentucky district where he lost to AIPAC-funded Ed Galerian there. Yeah. They've put in Grok to verify it, and it looks like it's verified. That's what's going down. Interesting. you know they're going to kill him if he runs. You know this. We all know this. We all know if he bucks the system, which I think he knows that too. Obviously,
I think you should run for president. I agree with what that other dude was saying because I'm not voting for JD Vance, who I assume is the leading candidate for the Republicans. I'm not voting for that jackass. So we need somebody else to run.
Yeah, by the way, there's some folks that I've seen in the chat saying, hey, you know, Thomas Massie is being funded by Israel. And I kind of scratched my head and looked like this, like, you know, when a dog hears a very high-pitched sound. I just wonder, how do you come up with that, you know? He's prided himself on that, and anybody can go and look. I know MTG has come forward because of the allegations supposedly of the Soros money, I guess, that everyone's been hearing. We've, you know, obviously the insider trading deal, or is it smart business, as you know, some people might call it, which is fine. It's still the same thing. We're gonna find out how that rolls out as well. Praying for our people in California. We got a lot of people on our platform on Patriot Shoot. And by the way, go to join.patriotshoot.com if you want to know what's going on. But in the California area in the state, and especially around this big, huge, major chemical tank explosion that took place, and it shut down different areas, poisons in the air. You have to have a mask within so many feet of this, I guess, is what they're saying. We originally heard about it on Patriot Shoot through some of our members, and the people actually worked right around here, and it's quite amazing what's transpired. Here, I'm gonna play this real quick so everybody can see.
The chemical epoxy they put on jet airplane windshields.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Is on the edge of exploding due to overheating. The incident triggering a state of emergency, forcing more than 50,000 people to evacuate. Officials working to avoid what they say could be one of the worst chemical incidents in state history.
We're being told that the tank will fail, but there are different scenarios as to what that means. The most catastrophic scenario being an explosion that results in other tanks to explode. That's the reason why you see such a big evacuation that's been done in the surrounding areas.
Crews have been working through the weekend to try to cool the tank, but say the situation still remains unstable.
That's correct. And it's
in
still
the meantime,
going.
they've evacuated almost an entire city in California.
Well, it's real people that are.
I know, but an entire city. They didn't evacuate a neighborhood for some of the fires, and you know what I mean. Like, I had this huge distraction and false flag. I think it's real. It's a real event, but what are they hiding, or what are they trying to cover up, or what land are they trying to confiscate with eminent domain and all the other crap for these smart cities?
But wait, there's more. Garden Soil is an all-purpose fertilizer, and someone opened it up, and hammerhead worms are in the Miracle-Gro all-purpose garden. So this is a video. And what it's designed to do, obviously, is destroy any type of food that you're trying to plant yourself. Go figure. Check it out.
For all you gardeners out there, make sure that you're checking your soil before you dump it into your garden. I have a bag of Miracle-Gro garden soil. I just opened it, and I have 2 very large hammerhead worms in here that I'm getting ready to pick out. I hope I don't find any more, or I'm going to have to get rid of the whole bag of soil.
I'm pretty sure if there are 2, there's more.
Oh yeah, 100% on that. See here, last thoughts. Oh, here we go. I will say this. This is awesome. Tina Peters supposed to be released June 1st. I had posted this video before.
Next Monday.
Yeah.
1 week from today.
So some are saying this is, I can't sit here and tell you that this is actually her, not AI. They're all saying it's real. You never know. But anyway, what we are hearing that's real is that in fact she will be released June 1st. Check this out.
Our wonderful Tina to come out of a jail, in a high intensity jail, because she caught people cheating on an election and they said she was cheating. She wasn't cheating. She went over, she looked at one of the election scams going on. And because she did that, they put her in jail for 9 years. The governor of Colorado is a weak and pathetic man who was run by Tren de Aragua, the criminals from Venezuela, took over sections of Colorado, and he was afraid to do anything. But he puts Tina in jail for 9 years because she caught people cheating. And when she walked over and got involved in it, they said she was cheating. She wasn't cheating. She caught people cheating on the election, 2020, along with a lot of other people.
Sounds like
that cheated
Thomas
on that
Massey's
election.
election.
You'll see that coming out more and more. But there's no doubt that.
But good for Tina. She doesn't need to be. She's a hero. Good woman. And hopefully we can have some type of a release party or online party or something. I don't know. For so we'll see. We'll see. Any final thoughts on anything, man?
No, I just today is a holiday around the world. Not the same holiday, obviously, but banks are closed around the world today.
Yeah.
There is a lot of talk about some major movements happening tomorrow, so we just gotta say an extra prayer and keep our fingers crossed, our toes and our hands and our arms and our eyes, and maybe this week is the week where things actually physically start moving.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, just somebody told me this morning, in the Matrix, remember when Neo's trying to bend the spoon and the kid's like, just remember, Neo, there is no spoon.
Mm-hmm.
All of this, I mean, I've been pretty salty lately, but there's no spoon, right? We just got to keep pushing forward. So put up or shut up.
Amen, brother. Thanks again, Dallas, as always. God bless you and your family. Y'all be safe.
Absolutely. Happy Memorial Day to you and all those out there.
Amen. You too, man. Be safe. See you. Another one in the box, folks. Appreciate it. All those that are tuned in. Be tuning in tonight. You're going to be live again. God bless the Republic of the United States of America, and God bless you, patriots. Without you folks, there is no America or world for that matter. It's time. Come on over. The water's good. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, we provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your state at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.